Hello, friends. If you're in any kind of a relationship with a woman, by any kind, I mean if it's a marriage, if it's a girlfriend-boyfriend relationship, if it's a long-term dating, if you're just beginning to date somebody and you think you're going to be long-term and you're unsure, let me tell you, there is one acid test that will prove to you beyond a shadow of a doubt whether this relationship has a chance of succeeding. This acid test also is a vitally necessary ingredient in any man-woman relationship, and that is called respect. Respect is the highest and most precious and most valuable and most necessary element you could hope for in a relationship. There is no love. There is no love. Do you love me? I love you. That means absolutely nothing because it can change overnight. But respect is the one that really matters. There is no such a thing, as I've said 1,000,005 times before, as romantic love. Romantic love does not exist. It's a myth that we tell ourselves to feel ourselves, to make ourselves feel good. And it's a term used to manipulate one another, mostly by women to men. But romantic love does not exist. Anyone who tells you otherwise either doesn't know better or is trying to trick you. The most valuable thing you can look for, the most precious thing, the most necessary thing in any relationship, as I said, from beginning of dating to a long-term marriage, even if you're married with somebody, especially if you're married with somebody, is respect. And you know it when you don't have it, and if you have any kind of intelligence above 2 digits, you know it when you don't have it. I've heard situations where a man who is a good earner, very stable, and always paid the bills, always paid for everything, always paid for trips. During one trip with this woman, that he was in a long-term relationship with, he had a problem with his credit card and banks. Sometimes they, when you're traveling, if you're traveling, that sometimes they automatically stop you from charging because they want to make sure that it's you spending the money because you're going through a lot of countries. So anyways, they were having an expensive dinner and his credit card didn't work. So he said, honey, do you mind if you pay? We have a problem. I have a problem with my bank. She construed that as him, having money problems, despite all that he had done up to that point. And the respect was suddenly dropped from 99 to about under 40, and it was palpable. There was another instance that I heard myself on an episode of Joe Rogan, and there was this woman who was the girlfriend of one of these wrestlers, and she was saying that during one fight with one guy, at one moment I saw him in a position where he was obviously going to lose, and he was on the bottom and the guy was on top of him, and he made this arm gesture and facial expression, sort of like telling him that stop hitting me, or stop, you win, or you win, I lose, whatever. And she said, I lost all respect for him. Yes, women are like that. They are 100% going on emotion, on feelings, and the markers they get, and they make lifelong decisions based on that. So you could see them, leaving a very good guy there in a relationship. Sometimes, shock them with, we've all been there before. They say, oh, we need to talk. We need to see other people. Only to later found out they made a mistake, and the guy that they thought was the winner, hero, turned out to be a zero. I'm making this point to further drive in the fact that they operate on respect. The women respect, and one of the most surefire things that creates respect in the eye of a woman is, unfortunately and universally, money. Because, as I said before, we are not in the cave days where a man can have big muscles and go out there and hunt, the bigger animals and defeat the other suitors. Now, in this day and age, And since some time ago, strength, power, and everything else that a man is expected to have is displayed through money. If you have money, you automatically begin by having a woman's respect. Everything else starts from number 11, because 1 through 10 is that. Because it's not just the actual balance in your bank account, it's also all the other things that they construe, and often true, that comes with a man who is successful. Usually a man who is successful is a go-getter. Usually he's confident. Usually he doesn't take no for an answer. Usually he is self-assured and knows what he's doing, and is good at what he's doing. And he's a rainmaker. He knows, how to get out of situations. He knows how to, bend the rules. All of the things that come with being successful and translates into bottom dollar success. So they assess anyone who has money. You immediately raise the level of respect a woman has for you if you're successful in what you're doing, and you immediately reduce it to near zero the moment she senses that you don't have money. I am not telling you anything new. You all know what I'm talking about. You've all been in a situation, they show in movies and in real life. I've seen it when a family of a in the old traditional days, a family of a man goes to the parents of the woman that he's interested, a house, and the first thing they ask him, hello, how are you, what's your name, what do you do? What do you think what do you do means? I remember myself going to clubs in the West, and immediately after, can I buy you a drink, when I was younger, the woman would say, what do you do? What, you think they're interested in the method through which you make money? They couldn't care less. They could not care less. I've had women sit in one brand of car that I was driving and thinking that it was another one, but they knew it was expensive. They don't care. You know what I mean? I am not in any way trying to be disrespectful. I am just sharing my experiences with you and what I know to be true. As long as they sense that there is money, and believe me, women can smell success and confidence in a man like a shark smells blood in the water. So the purpose of this video was to make you understand, drive it in, remove any doubts that nothing matters more than respect in the relationship. And actually, this is very important. Please open your ears and eyes. With the level of respect that you sense a woman has for you, that is your absolute measurement. That is like a doctor taking your blood and your pulse and your vitals to determine whether you're healthy or not. If you see a woman that has respect for you, everything else is fine. I mean, of course, you have to be attracted to her, and she has to be your type, whatever. She has to be nice and pleasant and have great hygiene, knows how to make herself. But everything starts from respect. It's like making a cake. If you don't have the flour and the eggs, nothing else matters. So keep that in mind. Don't fool yourself ever by ignoring, sensing that she doesn't have respect for you. How do you know she has respect for you? Believe me, you know it. Everything she does in her words and in her body language will tell you if she has respect for you or not. And if that doesn't tell you, if she shows up on time on meetings, when you contact her, if she contacts you back very quickly, unless she's skydiving and she cannot answer, believe me, no one is busy. No one is that busy not to return your call. Man or woman. I know men that make $1 gazillion a month, and when they want to respond to someone, they will do it right away. Everybody will find the time to do what they wish to do. And I was busy is just a sorry excuse to tell you you're not important. What you get from me, my friends, is unvarnished, absolutely bottom line, hard, cold truth. The truth that can can come across as abrasive and sort of, cold initially. But the truth that will help you in life to get to where you want to go much, much, much faster. Actually, it helps you reach where you want to go, but it'll also help you reach where you want to go much faster. Never kid yourself. Never beat around the bush. Never beat around the bush in relationships. Say what you want to say directly. That is also a high mark of someone who is confident and who can take it or leave it. Another necessary element in dealing with women. You should always have the attitude of being able to take it or leave it and mean it. Be able to walk away. I hope this has been helpful. I'm signing out from Airport Lounge in Istanbul, Turkey's new airport. Until I see you guys again, God be with you.